Hello, and welcome to Around the Political World with John Rothman. I am your host, John Rothman. If you're a fan of the show, make sure to hit the follow button on the top right of Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you are listening at this very moment. When you hit follow, leave a review, or share an episode with a friend. It helps other people discover the show, keeps us going. As I like to point out each and every day, it expands our base. The whole world is on edge. What will happen next in the war between Iran and Israel? Will there be a strike by the United States that will take out once and for all a major nuclear plant that is buried deep in the ground in Iran? And what will it mean when the President of the United States leaves the G7 conference, arrives in Washington, and we know will today make critical decisions relative to American action? There are several things we can learn from all of this. Number one, it matters who is President of the United States. No matter who the president is, it is their final decision what American foreign policy will be and when American political and military action will be taken. Donald Trump has returned from Canada. He is now sitting with his top advisors. How deeply enmeshed will he become in this ongoing conflict? And there is a struggle, make no mistake. Donald Trump is not, and I want to repeat this very strongly, is not an isolationist. He does want to be involved in the world, and he does hold his power close to his chest. What the president will decide will determine whether or not this war will end with the elimination of Iran's nuclear capability, at least for the foreseeable future. The struggle within the MAGA world is between those who are isolationists and those who are, frankly, prepared to be involved in the world. There was a report this morning that our national security agency has told the president, well, Iran may not have been that close after all. But remember, Tulsi Gabbard is the head of American intelligence, and frankly, she is an isolationist. I believe that one of the things that Donald Trump now has to weigh is how to harness his team of rivals, his team of his administration, into a cohesive, moving, together element. So now we wait and we see. There are several conclusions we can come to that I think are clear. Israel has done substantial damage to Iran's nuclear possibility. The heads of key intelligence and army functions have been eliminated, including the individual just appointed to lead Iran's military. The question of whether Ayatollah Khamenei will be taken out is another issue. And in the end, the Israelis, as Benjamin Netanyahu has indicated, will have to decide that for themselves. One thing is clear. The Israelis are united in saying that Iran and its nuclear program represented for Israel and represents for Israel an existential threat. That is why what we are seeing now are Benjamin Netanyahu's political opponents within Israel now uniting behind him in this effort to once and for all eliminate the terrorist threat. The Israelis have acted with remarkable achievement in trying to break the Iranian stranglehold on Islamic extremism. Hezbollah, once a major threat to Israel, seems to be crippled. Hamas, which was once a major threat, seems to be crippled. The Houthis seem to be crippled. There is no doubt that the Israelis have used an effective method of, dismantling the axis of evil which surrounded them. Now the question is, out of the ashes of this conflict, can something better happen? There is some talk of regime change. The regime change cannot come from outside. It has to come from inside. And there is no doubt that within Iran, there are stirrings of concern about their government. Interestingly enough, one observer, who is a friend of our family, made the observation, we don't mind their taking out this regime, but we need to understand, that is America, that Iranians love their country, and they do not want to see a major conflagration. I understand that, and I believe we must all understand that the future of the Middle East depends in part upon what the outcome is of this conflict. Remember, once upon a time, Iran was a staunch ally of the United States, that we supported Iran on so many different levels. But with the overthrow of the Shah, a regime took over which was determined to destroy that alliance, and not only that, had concerns that were completely antithetical to American interests. The confrontations with Iran have been mighty, and now it would appear that Israel has served exactly the function that it needed, not only to protect itself, but to protect the world from radical Islam in Iran. I can't predict what will happen in the next few days, but I can say very clearly, the Israelis are echoing what Menachem Begin, the former prime minister of Israel, once said. We are not a vassal state. We are not a banana republic. The Israelis will do what they have to do in order to protect themselves. And that, of course, is the first obligation of every country. Donald Trump and his team are now determining what America's next move will be. Make no mistake, what we do, what the United States of America does, will make a huge difference. If the United States provides the bunker buster bomb capability, well, it will be a profound move. How will Donald Trump react? How will he respond? His legacy is very much on the line, and we all await with anticipation what his decision will be. I want to close out this podcast this morning by telling you that I will be riveted, as I know you will be, to the news that will come in the next few hours. What America does will be decisive. But let's be clear, this war has also demonstrated the commonality of purpose between the United States, the West, and Israel. Not everyone agrees with every policy adopted by the Israeli government, but all understand that if Iran were to possess a nuclear weapon, the balance of power in the world would change. And so we wait, we watch, and we hope that in the end, everything will turn out as it should, whatever that means. Thanks for tuning in to another episode of Around the Political World with John Rothman. I am John Rothman. Make sure to follow along and let me know your thoughts on the show by leaving a review on Apple Podcasts and sharing an episode with a friend or colleague so we can continue to grow and expand, which is, of course, our goal. You can continue to interact with me by going to Facebook, LinkedIn, and, of course, by emailing me directly. And I want to thank all of you who have taken the time, the energy, and the effort to have that kind of interaction. And, of course, my special appreciation to Gogo Zoger, the producer of this podcast, who makes sure that Around the Political World with John Rothman is up and running every day. Gogo, thank you. And to all of you, let us stay tuned. I can't wait to see what will develop in the next few hours. I am John Rothman, and you are listening to Around the Political World with John Rothman. See you tomorrow.